Hey, I'm Marcus.
And I'm Nick.
We are Working Class Nerds.
Cue the intro. That's right, we are Working Class Nerds, the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Today is Thursday, May 12th, 2022, and you can find this 151 podcast and Nick's Back podcast on Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and anywhere you can find a podcast in the galaxy far, far away, even if you're at the tower. You can watch me terribly fail at video games Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays at twitch.tv/MarcusB814.
You can watch me play games every single Monday night at twitch.tv/NickVern51.
And you can find the both of us on Twitter. I am at MarcusB814.
And I'm at Nick Vern, that's NickVern. In this week's episode, our guest is an outstanding streamer, the commander of the SSL. You probably know him by CakeTheSnack. So Cake, thanks for coming on the show. How's it going? And what have you been up to?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. Past couple weeks, took a little break from stream, working on some new content on other platforms. And now we're getting into some Destiny grinding again. Excited for the new season soon. Getting ready to go to Orlando in June for GCX. I'm super excited.
What is GCX?
That is Gaming Community Expo. It used to be Guardian Con. It was a Destiny convention. And 2020, they rebranded to Gaming Community Expo as a more broad term. It's not just Destiny, but there are a lot of Destiny creators there. Mm-hmm. I'm going with a bunch of friends staying in an Airbnb, and we're going to be meeting up with a bunch of really cool streamers, really cool people there. So I'm super excited.
Sweet.
You know, it is awesome to meet like-minded people in person.
Oh, yeah.
It's so, I'm going to talk about it more later, but it's magical. But the big thing is you said you took a break from streaming. Is it because you're streaming on another platform, or is it because you're making videos, or is it because you're making a blog, like
or TikToks or Reels?
So it was more of a break of, at first it was because I had some PC issues. So it took a couple days to troubleshoot, reset everything, had to get stuff re-downloaded. But then I took a couple days. I actually saw a really good video that kind of spoke to me. It was content creation is supposed to be an umbrella, and under that umbrella you have short form, long form content, and streaming goes under that umbrella. But for him, streaming had become the umbrella, and he was putting everything else to the wayside. And that really kind of spoke to me, and I was like, I'm going to take some time, evaluate kind of what I want to do with my streams, how I want to do it, and how I want to put out more content elsewhere, and just kind of broaden my horizons. So it was kind of a break of evaluation, but I'm glad to be back now.
Awesome.
I get it, right? I just feel like, for me, putting your content everywhere, it sounds easy, but it's not.
It's really not. a lot of work.
And like, what I'll say is, like, YouTubers are going to get mad at me for saying this. Like, it takes hours and hours and hours to make a video, right? Yeah. Like a long form video, even like a short, like a YouTube short, still takes an hour or two to make. Yeah. Like, it's not easy, right? So, but if you're streaming and you're spending 2 hours on stream, then you're trying to make content, you work full time and do all that. There's not enough time in the day to do it all.
Yeah.
Right. And it's hard. Well, I can say for me, like, it's hard to make your career content creation unless you're making the money to be able to do it.
Right.
Totally.
From content creation. But you have to be able to do it in order to earn the money to do it.
Right.
Is that making any sense? Did I just talk in circles?
You talked in a little bit of a circle,
but it made sense.
But it is kind of a circle, though. Because it kind of loops back on itself.
So what is your end game?
And that's something I really haven't discovered yet. That's kind of why I wanted to pace it back. And I'm planning to do about 2 to 3 medium to long form videos a week, and then about 3 streams a week, see which one I'm liking more, which one's gaining more traction, if it's one pulling more views to the other, and just kind of see where I'm going to go from there. But I figured now was a good time to get a starting point, especially with summer coming up and having a lot more free time. Yeah.
Before we get into the thick of things, I have one more question. It might be a really dumb question, but I'm out of the loop. What is the SSL?
Ooh, that's a good question, though.
SSL is a stream team, or a group of streamers that I came up with about a year ago. Officially created it at the start of 2022. Subbar Streamer Loot is essentially a place where I'm trying to bring in a bunch of like-minded, positive creators together to help each other grow and also to help each other learn and excel at all different types of content creation, whether that be podcasting, YouTube videos, streaming, short form, long form videos, making merchandise or anything that they could possibly bring in people that have experience from every facet, bring them together to play games and also help each other learn.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good idea. And if it takes form, it's essentially a way to grow a giant community. You know what I mean? Like, you start off with your base streamers. Let's say there's 10. Yeah. I don't know the exact number, but let's say there's 10, and you get those 10 streamers that are like, okay, I'm down with these 10 people. Those 10 people start inviting 10 people. Those 10 people start inviting 10 people. Mm-hmm. Now your Discord community is growing. And now when people are going live, they're like, holy shit, I'm going to go watch Cake murder some Thrall.
Exactly. That's the dream.
Awesome. All right. I haven't seen this guy literally in 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's weird.
It is weird, but I'm afraid to ask this question, but I know kind of it. What have you been up to?
Oh my God. A lot. So the last the nerds community heard from me, besides I streamed this week, obviously, but last time the nerds community heard from me, I was going to go to Dallas for a paintball tournament, and I did. So if you've never been to, I don't know if all of Texas is like this. This is the first time I've ever been in Texas, but I stayed around Dallas for the tournament, and driving in Dallas, Texas is terrible.
It's terrible.
So like,
it's not that bad everywhere in Texas, but Dallas is awful.
So like, and it's chaotic in a way that I think was more stressful for me than like New York or Boston. Like, I'm used to driving around there, but so let me set the stage for you. So around Dallas, their highways are all like 6 lanes. Okay, fine. I've been on big highways before, not a big deal. But all the lanes are way more narrow than a normal lane, at least in like New England. And everyone drives giant cars, like pickup trucks and giant SUVs, because Texas. And then the speed limit is fucking 80.
Because why?
Because Texas.
All right, that was awful.
It was awful. I got to work on that. I didn't stay long enough to get the accent.
No, I'm from Tennessee. I didn't like that one too much.
Okay, sorry.
No,
so also my another gripe, nobody had a southern accent down there because no one in Dallas is actually from Texas. Everyone's like there for business, or like me, a paintball tournament apparently. But like the only person that I met down there that actually, and I went out a few times, that actually had an accent was my Uber driver Saturday night. He was like, well, nobody's got an accent because nobody's from around here. Around these parts, maybe. Something to that effect. But he had the Texas accent. And
Nick, can we just
stick to my day job and not do impressions?
Yeah, let's not do a Texas accent again. let's just forget that happened, okay? Everybody listening is just forgetting that actually happened, and Nick's back, okay?
Swiftly onward.
And we're back.
All right.
So meanwhile back
at the ranch.
Yes, back at the ranch. Yeah, so nobody's from Texas, but the driving's terrible. So you've got these crazy big highways. They're really narrow, and the speed limit's 80. So everyone's flying by you inches from your car. And then on top of it, you've got like literally in some spots 8 or 9 highways that crisscross on top of each other. So like they just get stacked up because there's so many highways going around.
And
so
your GPS has no idea
which layer you're on. Like, are you going northwest, southeast? It'd be like recalculating within like 50 yards. It's chaos.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, the way it was set up, every time I got on the highway, it was like all the directions were, there's only highways in Texas. There's no regular roads. Regular roads are like 4 feet, and that's it. It's like a driveway, a highway off an exit. Every business has its own exit. Not literally, but
I get what you're saying.
You have to take the highway for everything.
If you want McDonald's, there's their own exit.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
There's like a street where it's like McDonald's, KFC, and then like 3 dirt roads to people's
Did you go to
houses.
Buc-ee's?
No.
I'm so disappointed in you.
I've never even heard of Buc-ee's. What's
Buc-ee's is the greatest convenience store ever created.
Oh, no,
They have their own merch.
Oh, that's cool. Is it like a Wawa?
Better.
Well, I don't know. Them's fighting words.
No way.
I don't
Wawa
know where this
doesn't
accent
compare.
keeps coming from.
Yeah,
I've heard of both of those places. I've never been to either, unfortunately.
Yeah, there was a 7-Eleven like walking distance from our hotel, so that was our gas station convenience store combo of choice. But so you had to take the crazy highways everywhere, but that led to me constantly getting on the highway and then immediately having to merge across 6 lanes of traffic and get off the left exit like within a quarter mile always. So it was just like terrible. The driving was horrendous, but the airport was fine. The rental car was great. I think because of the snowstorm that they had that like destroyed the whole state. They like don't have a lot of rental cars or like had a crazy rental car shortage in Texas. So especially big ones that aren't in an SUV. So the SUV I had was a brand new, like had 300 miles and that's it on it. 2022 Ford Explorer.
Oh,
It was
it's like my
it was
car.
cool. Yeah, your car.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was
But new.
but brand new. Like I put 400 miles on it. Like I put more mileage on it in my rental than they had before I even got there.
That motherfucker got beat up.
Yeah, there was mud and paint and everything. So we're down there. Driving is chaos. Also the nightlife was weird. Like, so there's a couple cool areas supposedly in Dallas, downtown Dallas, that are good bar spots. One of them, the main one, was like Deep Ellum. It's called. It's a neighborhood, and the bars in the clubby areas themselves were wicked cool. Like there was a speakeasy I went into that was like a candy shop in the front, and like they had a dress code, and the inside was wicked cool, but like it could fit probably like 250 people, and there was like 50 people in there, so it seemed dead.
At what time did you go?
Midnight.
What time did the bars close?
2 a.m.
Well, that's fucking.
It was like prime time. Yeah, I was like, but that whole street was like that, the whole area. So like at the next bar, like it was wicked sick. There was a giant bar downstairs bumping music, rooftop upstairs bumping music, but then it would be like 50 again, hold 300, fit like 50, or only had 50 people in it. So like, but I think the problem was there were not enough people out and about to like pack all of the like bars and clubs in that area. You know what I mean? So every one you went into like had like 50 people, 50.
Right.
50
So
people.
were they?
So like the atmospheres were really cool, and I took some videos and stuff that are cool, but like there just weren't enough people, which is like the opposite problem of like Boston when you go out. Like the clubs are packed.
Yeah, but Dallas is huge, dude.
Right.
And if you're going to a spot where it's like, it's not like Boston where there's like
One or two areas, you know.
right, 1 or 2 areas. Like Dallas is so big. They're probably all in the local bars. You're probably in the tourist bars.
Yeah, I guess
You know
so.
what I mean? So
Could be.
like they're somewhere.
Yeah,
For sure. Or they're on their goat farm.
No,
No, I'm not kidding. Bo has a goat farm.
I know.
Dallas, baby.
Yeah.
Dallas.
So Dallas was weird in terms of the paintball.
And just for the record, Cowboys suck.
Dallas Cowboys suck.
Yes,
They do
thank
suck.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, glad we're all in agreement. Moving on. So in terms of the tournament, so the team I play on, the roster I usually play with, is playing local tournaments. And this national tournament squad is the first time we've played together. There's some crossover, but long story short, we did pretty terrible. So we went 1-3 in the prelims and did not make it to the playoffs on Sunday. But we did redeem ourselves in the last prelim match. I think it was set up for us to fail, essentially. Not like literally us specifically, but a new team to fail. So normally a layout for paintball, you get 2 weeks to prepare and like learn the good spots and stuff like that and the strategy for that layout. But this was a blind layout, so you didn't know until you got there. So which is tricky. So like it heavily relies on like team chemistry and be able to break a layout down quickly. And since we're a new squad together, our chemistry is not that good. So we definitely struggled. But the last match that we did win, we mercy ruled the team. We beat them 5-1, and then actually knocked them out of the playoffs. So it was kind of fun to be the spoiler.
Well, yeah.
And
So you guys are. It's your first. How many people on the team? It was their first national event.
4 of the 7.
Exactly. So like, you have the hype of a national event. Everybody's, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm here. It's just like your first time playing ever,
right?
Like the nerves and all that stuff. And now you're on the largest stage. Like the next event you guys do, you'll do much better.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And by the next one, you'll do much better. It's hard to just throw a team together and go to a national team because those, don't forget, most of those teams, those fucking teams have been playing together for who knows.
Right.
They're like best friends.
Right.
And I'm not saying you're not close to some of the players, but like,
no, it's all new.
Like the other team that you guys went with, like those guys have been playing together for years.
Yeah.
That's why they mesh. One guy could do this, like the shocker, and that means move up fucking 2 spots. You know what I mean? You don't know.
Yeah.
And that's all somebody has to do. Turn and go, shocker. Oh shit, I got to move up 2 spots right now.
Or like Tom Brady with Deion Branch, you just give him a look and Branch knew which route he wanted him to run.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Same thing. So anyways, I also when I got back from Dallas, I started my new job, which is go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, but everybody, he took an extra day off.
I did.
So then he started his new job fresh.
I did.
Gangster move.
Yeah, I flew back. My flight landed at 11:30 at night, Monday night. And then so I took Tuesday off to just relax.
Yeah.
And like recollect myself. And then Wednesday I started. New job. Which is going wicked good. Before I was in the clinical trials office, just like general clinical research. Now this is in a cancer research office for the same company, and it's a promotion, so it's like a higher position. But I'm doing a lot of learning right now.
And a giant fucking pay raise.
Yes, 30% pay raise.
Yeah, that's
which
crazy.
Is humongous.
Yeah,
and also the like quality of life's way better. I'm salary now, so I don't have to like punch in, punch out. Like if you show up at 8:05, no one cares. You know, they're just like, do your work.
Can you work from home?
No,
not at all. Like ever?
Not unless they mandate us to.
Okay.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not a big deal.
No, I'm not saying it's a big
tough
deal.
Because, it's tough because like the nature of the job is like, hey, you got to go. The office is right across the street from the actual cancer treatment center. So like a lot of time it's like, oh, you got to go. You got to be like available to like go see a patient.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Or like go handle some shit that happened. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like if something happens with one of the patients in the trials, we have to like be available to like get there. Granted,
Right.
I only live 7 minutes away, so it wouldn't be bad for me. But if somebody lives an hour away, that you can't. It's not really.
Let me ask you this question: do you ever listen to podcasts anymore?
Not very often. Yeah, I listen to a lot. I watch a lot of YouTube videos and like listen to like new rock stars and stuff.
Yeah, but
and like
but you think about it, like all that car time.
Yeah, that I would have been listening to podcasts. I'm just
it's gone.
Yeah, because I don't like my commute's 10 minutes.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And do you listen to earbuds at work still?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes I do. It depends on what I have to do. Like a podcast, if I have to read something really sciencey, I can't like listen.
No,
I can't concentrate on the thing. But
I've been listening to like at work. I've been listening to like mellow, lo-fi, like stream beats.
Yeah.
While I'm at work, it's actually worked out awesome because there's no words. It's just super chill music, and like I don't care if like the saw drowns it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's cool.
But anyway,
the new job is cool. It's almost like the training is like studying almost because I know a little bit about cancer stuff, but a lot of the things I don't. And the cancer research is totally different than regular clinical research. So
right,
I'm learning a lot. But anyways, in more nerdy news, I finished Stranger Things season 3 on the plane.
You never seen it all?
I never watched season 3 originally.
What did you think?
I liked it. I liked that there was more. Spoiler alert for Stranger Things.
It's a year old. You can say whatever you want.
I think it's more than a year old, but I liked that there was way more humanness to it. Like there was more like the Russian involvement was cool. Like season 2 was really heavy on the like the mystical-y stuff, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So like I thought it was cool that they tied it in more with the human characters because like you kind of go off the deep end a little, not off the deep end, but it's a lot of the magic-y powers and stuff in season 2, and then season 3 I think it's more balanced and I like it more. I think I liked it more than season 2.
I like them all equally because each one has their flavor.
Yeah,
like the first season was like mildly creepy.
Yeah.
Second season was like, uber creepy.
Yeah.
And the third season was more like,
Since you knew the rules of things, it was more of a thriller than actually creepy.
well, I thought the third season was more horror because you saw a lot of more gruesome stuff.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, where like it was less, to me now, season 3 was less creepy,
yeah.
but it had more gory horror elements.
Yeah,
Where
I do see
I'm
what
curious
you're
to
saying.
see where these next 2 parts of the next season go.
Yeah.
Because this is it, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Or is there one more season?
I don't.
I thought he said it was five seasons total.
I think it's 5 seasons total. Yeah, and they're breaking up 4 into 2 parts.
Right.
But
why? I don't know.
I think probably just production.
I honestly, I wish
They're
they
trying to-
would.
No, they're trying to stretch it out
Oh, well, whatever.
because Netflix is failing.
Well, you know how to fix that? Release your content 1 episode per week.
Yeah, but they can't. That's why they're doing this season in 2 parts. They're trying to ease people into going back to 1 episode per week. Because that's Netflix's shtick is nope, you get the whole season right away so you can binge it. But then people don't.
Yeah, is their stock still way down?
Oh, yeah.
I know more
No, I don't know, but it's not doing good. I know that.
because it was down 40%.
No, but if you think about it, like from a streaming platform, like look at Disney Plus. They sell every show that they have, they sell merch for. And like toys. Grogu, Baby Yoda, The Mandalorian,
Well,
all toys.
I'm going to get into that a little bit because it's everywhere. But
Right.
what I'm saying is yeah, they don't.
All the Marvel shows,
Well,
toys.
Stranger Things
Has
toys,
some
but
stuff.
that's not actually. But that's not paid for by Netflix. That's paid for by the whatever Duffy Brothers or
Yeah,
whoever makes.
But and also like all of the all the Netflix exclusives don't have like merch to sell. Like no one's buying merch.
But
for,
who, like, I don't know. Other than Stranger Things, I watched nothing on Netflix.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, there are like Bridgerton. I'm trying to think of other Netflix.
like Carrie does. Carrie watches some whack ass shows on it, but like they are whack. You watch Netflix, Cake?
My mic's muted. I'm more of a YouTube guy because I kind of put stuff on in the background while I'm, doing dishes, laundry, whatever, or just kind of playing. I just kind of have stuff on in the background. But I mean, I've watched a few shows. I've never watched Stranger Things though. Unfortunately, never finished it.
Wow.
Never finished it.
Bro, you should. If you have Netflix, you should definitely watch it. It's worth it. If you're a nerd like us, it is 100% worth watching.
Oh yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it. I'm just not one that I sit down and watch a movie, but for some reason I've always had a weird time sitting down watching like TV shows. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but it's different. It's like if a season is 8 episodes, it's like 8 fucking movies. Like legit,
Yeah.
dude. Like the TV shows are such better content than movies now. It's crazy. I'm telling you, like even if you just watch the first season, just watch the first season for us because I'm telling you, like the show is amazing. I can't emphasize that enough, but just so I have your back, I don't really watch TV either.
Yeah.
Like what Nick was just watching, like looking up like the top 10
shows on Netflix.
Show-
Netflix exclusives. Yeah.
Netflix exclusives. I've watched none of them,
Yeah.
but my wife has watched like 6 of them. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like I don't watch TV. My content that I watch is Twitch and YouTube. That's it.
Yeah.
Because and that's we say this all the time. When you're a streamer or a content creator, you are trying to support as many of your content creator friends as you possibly can because that's what you do. And if you have 3 hours a night to watch TV or support your friend, you're going to support your friend.
Totally, yeah.
You know? Anyway, sorry, Nick. Anyways.
Ooh, you'd lynch me if you knew how many things I hadn't watched.
No.
No,
I'm
I don't
forgiving
know.
about it.
I've never seen Forrest Gump.
Well, but that movie's old. Like if it's not your generation, like I'm old as fuck. I'm 39, so like I'm old as fuck. So of course I saw Forrest Gump a million times, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Cry every single time it's on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I watched that like on TV.
Right,
you know.
exactly. But that's the thing is I don't have cable anymore. Well, I do, but I don't watch it. Like I don't get sucked into the TNT movies.
Time out. Why do you have cable?
Well, it's not cable, it's YouTube TV.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah.
Carrie likes fucking The
The
Bachelor.
Bachelor.
It's the dumbest fucking thing ever. It's the dumbest fucking thing ever.
The Bachelor.
$70 a month for The Bachelor.
And that's the thing is because YouTube, she has the YouTube interface that she likes because it reminds her of like Comcast or whatever your cable company is. She won't switch to Hulu Live, which is like $10 less a month, because she says she doesn't like how it's integrated.
The user interface.
But I'm like, why do you need it to be live? You fucking fall asleep on the couch every night 30 minutes into the episode, and you end up watching it the next day anyways. So why do you need live TV? Let's save $70 a month. Go below $70 on your fingers and toes. Like fucking get it done.
I need to do that actually.
What, get your fingers and toes done?
Yeah.
Anyways,
I don't do that.
but
I don't feel like, okay, timeout, rewind. I feel like if you got your toes done, it would actually be pretty nice.
One of these
Like,
days,
if they're
I'm
like
planning
cleaned
a
up and
pedicure.
perfect.
My feet are awful.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Feet are so
saying.
dry.
You
I
go
wouldn't
from,
paint
like-
my toenails, but like,
Yeah,
like-
do all the like professional tidying, you know?
make them nice and smooth, make them feel nice. They're dry.
I feel like if I went and got a pedicure, the lady would look at my foot and be like, "Get the fuck out."
Yeah,
Probably me too, I'll
Well,
be
me too. But like, I would just be like, "Here's $100. I'm sorry."
No,
Yeah, there you go.
I don't even know.
Whatever. But my point being, then it'd be nice to be like, not look like a gargoyle on the beach.
Gargoyle is a great word for it. Love
But
that.
Nick,
what else was I talking about?
Nick,
What?
It doesn't matter what you do, you're gonna look like a gargoyle.
No, I look more like a I was gonna say polar bear, but I'm trying to think of like a seal that's white. Beluga whale. Manatee.
Manatee.
Yeah, because I'm wicked pale and then also pear shaped.
I'm shaped like a star.
You're shaped like Patrick Star. That's a big difference.
Yes.
But what was I saying? Stranger Things season 3. And yeah, obviously I saw Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but we're not talking about that this week. We're talking about that next episode.
I'm trying to think of the good nickname for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, there was one other thing I forgot to write down.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Whackness.
Yeah, but Marcus hated it, and I loved it.
No, I didn't hate it. No, we'll talk about it next week. Do not open up the door, because I'm gonna go. I'll go full ham, and we're not spoiling yet.
You go, okay.
And everybody, for the record, we've been talking about our friend Matt for fucking 4 years on the podcast. He's supposedly going to see the movie so he can help us with the review next week.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, his shit sucks.
Yeah, Matt, you're weak if you don't see the movie.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
Get it done. So anyways, there was something else I wanted to say, but I didn't write it down, so that means it doesn't exist. So Marcus, how's it going? And what have you been up to?
Disney was so much fun, dude. So we go every year, and my kids are young. They love Disney. I love Disney. I just like the blue milk. It's like milkshake blue Powerade. It's fucking amazing.
That's fun.
And if you really want to step it up, you get tequila in your blue milk.
See, that's what I would do.
Yeah, well, except if it's 95 degrees, dude, you don't want to be drinking and walking around Disney for hours. Like, you'll have like a beer. For me, it's like, like if I start drinking hard alcohol, I feel like it's just gonna wreck me.
Well, I'm a tequila person, so like it depends. Like if it's like 9 a.m. and you've got the whole, okay, not the morning part, but I should say if it's like lunchtime and you know you're gonna be there past dinner, then maybe not for like hydration wise. Like I ran into a big problem when I was in Texas. Like I drank like almost 2 gallons of fluids one day, and I was just sweating it all off. It was evaporating.
Yeah.
I had drank a whole gallon of water by the time our first match was done, and from like drinking in the morning and stuff, and some electrolyte drinks too, and I like almost passed out after between our first and second match on Saturday.
Adrenaline.
Yeah.
Oh,
crazy.
dude, heat in the South
Is
is
different.
nothing. Last summer, I worked for a few months at the country club in my hometown, and aside from the fact that it's one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my life, the job was awful. I was out in 100+ degree heat for 8 hours in a polo and khaki shorts,
Ugh.
sweating through every piece of clothing I had on,
Oh,
no matter the day. I mean, I would have, so if I was opening, I had to get there about 6:45, and then I'd stay till 1. By the time
Okay.
the sun was up at 11:30 until 1, my shirt, underwear, shorts, all soaked with sweat. I went through a gallon and a half of water one shift and did not have to pee.
Wow. I believe it. It happened
I
to me.
sweat all of it out.
What was weird was I was sweating, and it was so like So playing paintball, you were long pants and it's all long clothing, right? But I was not even sweaty, like wet feeling. It was evaporating off of me so fast that I didn't even realize that I was like sweaty, but like not particularly sweaty. I was like, I went for a light jog sweaty, but just it was evaporating off of me so fast that I was like, there's a picture. I have a picture of me and my face is just like maroon, like I'm overheating.
Yeah, but also too, it's been cold here and you're not used to that.
Right. So my blood's all thick still.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So it can, I can understand why it happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can't prepare for that. And that's why they say like going from winter to the south, you actually like you're hot.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was like, for reference, it was like 40 degrees here when we left like the weekend before. Like we've been practicing in like 40-degree weather and cold, overcast. And then like we go down to Texas and it's 85 to 90 in blazing sun.
Yeah.
So that's how the weather swings here in general too. We had, 2 weeks ago it was in the 50s, and then today it was 95.
Damn, I can't imagine being out like that. You at the country club in 100 plus.
I love it.
It was. It wouldn't have been bad, going to play golf. It would have been bad going to play golf in it, but
anytime playing golf is bad. It's terrible.
You make a good point.
It's the worst fucking sport ever. It's not even a sport.
I was going to say sport's a strong word.
It's more drinking with your buddies and smacking
totally.
a ball around than anything else.
It's the dumbest fucking thing ever. I can find some awesome things to do for 3 hours that doesn't involve a golf cart and hitting a ball
forever
in the beating sun.
I feel like it's the video games for middle-aged balding business majors.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Wait, I am that guy. Okay, I am that guy, and golfing is fucking dumb. Okay, like fuck.
I guess
no.
Those that don't play video games.
Honestly, so my brother-in-law plays golf, and I'll just use him as an example.
My dad does too a lot.
Yeah, like he's in a league, and they do it.
Yeah.
I understand where, like, if you go there and you Shankosaurus Rex a ball, like the drive to be better. Right.
Yeah.
I understand that because there is clearly like you can see progression.
Yeah.
Like you can, like, just like anything else, streaming, you get more viewers and more viewers and more viewers, or people start talking to you, blah, blah, blah. Same thing with golf. But still, it's the dumbest fucking sport ever. And you know why it's dumb? You know how I find all the things wrong with games? Like there's always a mechanic that I think is dumb and I won't play the game.
Yes. Yeah.
That's like the mechanic of golf. You can't fucking talk. They tell you to shut up. Like the guy's hitting the ball. Shh. I'm like, what do you mean? He can't fucking hit the ball if I'm talking?
Right.
Like, come on. Like, let him fucking swing all he's going to do is swing the golf club. Like, why do I have to be quiet? Concentration. So what? So when the fucking crow in the back goes, it still makes him fucking jump. Are you going to shoot the fucking crow? Like, it's the dumbest shit ever.
It's a good point. Every other sport, you have fans screaming.
Yeah, like in like if you talk to like hockey players, football, baseball, everything, when people are cheering, you're getting fucking amped up. Exactly. If you're at the golf tee and somebody's going, let's go. Let's go. Guys can be like, I'm a fucking mongo this ball into the hole. Fuck yeah. Like, not this fucking whack ass fucking shh. Everybody quiet.
I know. Well,
Tiger needs to concentrate. He doesn't need to concentrate. He wants a fucking drink so he can crash his truck into a tree again. Let's go.
Oh boy. Okay, no, but you make a good point.
Of course.
Ridiculous jokes aside, like remember in college paintball, you could coach from both sides.
Yes.
So imagine you're playing. It's competitive paintball is, if you don't know, it's like on a turf field with inflatable bunkers that are all symmetrical. So that's what I was talking about with a layout earlier. But originally you would have a coach on one side of the field from your team that would like to tell players what's happening, and he's can't get shot or whatever. He's just there telling you where people are. They did away with that now. But in college, they had coaching on both sides. So you have a coach on one side of the field and then the stands on the other side. So now you have a coach from each team on both sides. So you could counter coach and the other coach can just like yell random stuff to the opposite team. And then at tournaments, you had a bunch of drunk college kids that were already out of the tournament in the stands just yelling shit at you the whole time.
Right.
You're like, you're going to get bunkered. They're coming. Whatever, you know what I mean?
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. It makes the sport, any sport, better. Anyways, moving on. Back to Disney World. So
That was quite the
what a
sidebar.
segue.
yeah,
What a
no,
segue
we
had.
are the king and king. Oh my god, and he's the queen. But no, we're the kings of fucking sidebars. Anyways, so Disney was amazing this time. So my son is 3, and he's just like my daughter is obsessed with dressing up as superheroes and everything else. And of course, so we're in Galaxy's Edge, and as soon as we walk into the who is that? Number 6?
Yeah, the girl I went on a date with last night.
All right. Anyways, so we're walking through Galaxy's Edge, and we're in
so
front of
happy I
Kylo Ren's
just
ship.
Disrupted your
No,
thought.
it's fine. If we walked in front of Kylo Ren's ship, and my son was like, "I want that," and I'm like, "Oh fuck, where's their store? Fuck, it's right there."
Okay.
He walks right up, and he wants this $100 stormtrooper helmet.
Oh,
and
is
I'm
it the Black Series one? Well, they don't do that at Disney. They do their own.
No, but
custom.
it's like a real one, but it like has like the TK421.
The voice modulator.
Yes. So, anyways,
Oh.
and he's like, "I want this." I was like, "Dude, you don't want this. Like,
I
you
want
just
that
want it."
too.
Well, he wants it just to want it, right?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, "Well, I should have just bought him the mask, and it would have been over with, right?"
Okay.
Nope. And I was like, "Let's just look and see what else they got in the store." What do they have? The First Order Trooper outfit.
Oh, is that what he was wearing?
Yes.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
how much is a First Order Trooper outfit at Disney World?
No, I would say normally probably like $50.
The Buzz Lightyear outfit that he got was $50.
Okay.
How much was the Stormtrooper outfit?
Oh, probably 100.
$100 fucking bucks.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
For a little. How old is Ryan?
3.
3-year-old size costume. It's probably like 4 cents worth of cloth.
It was pretty dope. It's pretty dope. It's like got leather patches. Like it's legit. It's got a
Okay.
pouch that he can store stuff in, which he did. But anyway,
Candy or something.
listen,
Boogers.
ever since I saw that fucking reel that talks about little kids being young for so like this
only,
much time.
Only so long.
Only so long. It's really fucked with my head, and I've talked about this a million times. So I bought him the outfit. Carrie was like, "What the fuck? Are you kidding me? It's $100." I was like, "Carrie, this fucking kid is only going to want to dress up for so much longer. Like, let him live the dream.
Yeah.
Let him live his dream." Because you know why? Someday, just like my daughter, she dressed up as Elsa, Anna, fucking Rapunzel, everything.
Yeah.
One day she took that costume off at night, or that dress, and she never put it on again, and it just went away.
Yeah.
And one day you're like, "Man, she hasn't worn that Elsa dress in a while. Julia, want to wear your Elsa dress?" No. And you're like, "Holy shit, that fucking tier of being a kid is over."
Yeah.
Right? That kid, now mind you, it's hot, right? He put that stormtrooper outfit. He wore that fucking thing around the entire Galaxy's Edge, one end to the other, waving at people. Little kids were going up to him, getting pictures with him. It was amazing. So then with the first day we were walking back, and Ray, Chewie, and one of the other rebels was up on the thing, and they were like, "What are you doing? You're on the bad side." And he goes, "No, I'm a good guy." And he lifts up his helmet, and he asks Ray, "You like my costume?" Adorable, right?
Yeah.
This fucking kid was the man. But that's not the best. So we left. We did all the other stuff, and he said, "I want to wear my stormtrooper outfit again." It was hot. So I left the back on, made him drink some water, and I said, "Okay, you can wear it to the Millennium Falcon,
Yeah.
and then you're going to take it off."
Yeah.
Sure shit, we're walking through. Who's out there? Kylo Ren and the stormtroopers.
Of all the First Order troopers.
He was talking to a kid, and he puts his hand up. He said, "Stop," to the little kid and go away. And he stopped and pointed at Ryan. And he said, "You come." And he goes, "The First Order appreciates you." Ryan lifts up his helmet again and goes, "You like my costume?" And he said he did his, I don't remember what his auto response was,
Yeah.
but like it was amazing. And that was awesome. That wasn't actually the best experience. Like that kid was so happy, and people were taking pictures with him
Yeah.
in all of the
With his
videos.
mask on and stuff?
When like they were like later on, the last day we were there at Hollywood Studios, there were 2 stormtroopers, and they were like talking shit to people, like walking through the crowd, talking shit to people. Dude, they took Ryan with them, and they made him march in order. Like they were like loved it. They gave him daps, and Ryan hit him, and they were, and you could hear his voice modulator going, "Geez, that kid hits hard," and it was just pure comedy. But those like that kid might never remember him doing that, but fuck me, I'm gonna remember that for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, as a Star Wars dad, that is the fucking coolest moment of my life.
Yeah.
Like all the nerds out there, let me tell you something. It was amazing. Last part of that. Then we found out that 40 inches was the height requirement for Rise of the Resistance, which is the Star Wars ride.
Yeah.
And Ryan is 41 inches. And like he rode other rides, but we didn't think he could ride that. So we rode on it. He fucking wore his stormtrooper outfit in it. Dude. And there happened to be like a real life stormtrooper in the
As part of the ride.
As part of the like walking around. And so
yeah, because there's actors in there, right?
Well, no, I've never seen him except this time.
Oh. I think they're typically.
But there's a room where it's a life size.
Oh, that was on the ride.
That's on the ride.
Oh.
So basically,
how did Ryan get out?
Huh?
Is this like in the line?
No, dude. They recreated the entire inside of a Star Destroyer.
No, I know, but how did Ryan get off the like ride?
No, we're all standing behind him so he could get a picture.
Oh.
The entire crowd that was riding the ride
stopped and let him get a photo.
That is so precious.
Isn't that cool?
That is awesome.
Yeah, so that happened, and they
also his that is a legit costume.
It's legit. It's fucking awesome. I'm so happy I did it. But anyway, like I was just so happy. That kid was so proud that he could ride that ride because he was tall enough. So many people were asking him for a double check of height because they'll let you through the front gate and then they'll check him again before they get on the ride.
Yeah, just to
and
confirm.
He looks at the people, goes, I'm a big boy. I'm tall enough now. And I'm just like, let's go, kid. So Disney was so much fun this time. Every time I go to Florida, I do some kind of meetup with some friends. This time I didn't get to hang out with Dr. Gameology, which is one of my closest friends, unfortunately, because he was working on the Thursday that we were meeting up.
Yeah.
And I couldn't give up more time with the family to go meet him this time.
Yeah.
So for me,
reasonable.
I didn't get to meet up with him, but I did get to meet up with a bunch of people. It was so fucking awesome. We went to a place called Bow's Castle. So there's two locations. The one that Doc has been to, it had like a Bowser hanging off the wall. This one didn't, but this was like you know what tapas is?
Yeah.
Like small little portions.
Yeah, you get like a million appetizers.
Yes, it's pretty much that, but like mini, like it was like an Asian fusion, like fried chicken sandwich with like a sesame glaze.
That sounds great.
It was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, and you get like a
right,
order and then like
I never been there.
Other things.
So I took an Uber there, and I ended up getting there a half an hour early, and Tsunami was there early, and him and I got to have a drink early.
Yeah, just hang out with the two of you. That's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then Doritos came, and me, Doritos, and Tsunami hung out and had a beer.
Yep.
Hanging outside, and then we went over to the restaurant. What was cool about the restaurant was that it was like your perfect takeout restaurant. You walk in, you want a beer, you slide your card in, you pay for your beer, and it was all craft brewery. They only have one craft brewery there, so it's just craft beer.
Oh,
that's
nice.
it. Like no whiskey, no wine, just craft beer. It was fucking rad.
That's cool.
But the other thing was it was like like the square iPad
yeah,
kiosks.
Yeah,
you ever see one of those Cake?
Oh yeah.
All right, so picture that, but you just order on the menu, stick your card in, and see you later, which is awesome for a group of people because it's always that awkward, like, how are we splitting the bill?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, it was all each person paid individually. It was fantastic. We had an entire back of this restaurant to ourselves. Nobody bothered us. It was so cool. It was so rad. I got to meet Stay Alive.
Yep.
Let me tell you about Stay. He is as wholesome as he is on stream that he is in person.
Yeah.
Like that's not a joke. I'll get to that in a minute. Aranella made stickers for everybody. Nazir was there. Like I said, Tsunami and Doritos. Honestly, like it was so good to meet some of these people. Like Nazir, every time I go to Florida, he always makes time to come down from Jacksonville to hang out with me. Like I appreciate the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
And his work has an office in Orlando.
Oh,
so it's kind of like he gets paid to do it and then he just goes out at night with us and that's it.
It's it, yeah.
It was really awesome to meet. Like Tsunami is in my stream all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like And then Doritos, fuck, I've been playing video games with Doritos forever.
Right.
Like he's been a guest on the show.
Right.
And
He's in my stream every time.
that's what I'm saying. And like,
Always. I end up my unofficial like start to the stream is Doritos, not because it's like scripted, but because he's always in the chat.
well, that's what I'm saying. And like, he's such a humble dude. Dude, he drove 4 hours.
Wow.
Tsunami drove 2 hours. Like that means something.
Yeah.
Like people taking 4 hours out of their day and renting a hotel room just to hang out with us for a night.
Right.
That's fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
How the fuck do you not appreciate that, dude? Like, anyways, so I was calling an Uber and I was talking to Tsunami and Stay, and we were talking, and then Tsunami got to his car, and Stay and I were just kept talking, and I was literally down there. I use Lyft.
Yeah.
I don't use Uber down there. I don't know why. I think it's because Disney had their own Lyft service before. They don't now because of the pandemic, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways. So, and then I was about to I was literally calling it, and I was like, oh shit, I got to walk outside. It says I can't be in this like location.
Okay.
It stays like, are you fucking crazy? And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, you're in my hometown. I live close to where you're going. You think for a second I'm letting you take a fucking Uber? Get the fuck in my car. Like, shut up and get in my car. And I was like, no, dude, I don't want to inconvenience anybody. He goes, Marcus, shut up and just get in my car. Well, it ended up being that we got back to my hotel. Dude, Stay and I talked until like 1:30 in the morning. Wow. We went for a walk. We walked around like the whole complex of my resort.
Yeah.
Just chatting about everything. And it's super humbling to like get to know somebody in person. Like you talk to them in Discord all the time, voice chat in their streams. They're talking to you, you're typing to them. And then when they come to your stream, you're talking to them, they're typing to you. But like meeting some of these people in person is amazing. Tsunami said it perfectly. He goes, I've never hung out with so many people that were like-minded.
Yeah.
He's like, I just get to be a nerd right now. And there's nobody that is like, what are you talking about, Twitch? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking awesome. I don't know what else to say. So thank you, all of you, for coming out and hanging out. That was fucking awesome. Anyways, so I went and bought Tony Hawk for the Switch. And
for like your plane ride and stuff?
For my plane ride. Well, I've been playing very minimal on my iPad, which is KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay.
And when I got onto the plane, Ryan's iPad wasn't working right away. And so I got it to work, and then I had my iPad in my hand. I was looking and I saw KOTOR and I hit it. Dude, I went into like a 2-hour and 28-minute session of KOTOR 1 on the iPad. It plays fantastic.
Yeah, it's like perfect for an iPad.
Dude, I loved it. So I'm almost done with Terrace because I played it just on the plane. I probably won't play it again until I fly somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. And for $10 on the, well, I bought it a while ago when actually the day it released on the iPad. But anyway, I've been playing KOTOR. The game is really good. Yeah. Like really good. Excuse me. But back to Tony Hawk on the Switch. You want to talk about nostalgia? It's Tony Hawk 1 and 2 like remakes or HD remix. I don't really know. If you Google it, Jamie, you'll get us that information.
I could be Jamie.
Yeah. So I bought a game on the Switch that I think I'm going to give away on stream because I'm never going to play it. I bought it thinking, there it is. I don't know. Is it a remake?
Just fully remastered.
Oh, yeah. It's fully remastered.
Did this come out?
What?
Tony Hawk? I had no idea. Whoa.
Dude. Let me tell you.
It looks good.
Dude. Yeah. Even on the Switch, bro, that's on the PS4. It's going to look amazing. Yeah. Right?
So it's got, I think it's next gen enhanced too. It looks like. For like this PS5 Series X.
Great.
Dude, it's listen, and it's all the nostalgic songs.
Oh, that was really good. I'm gonna have to look into this.
Dude, I had so much fun playing. Whoa.
Holy crap, that was loud. Sorry.
Nick played some of the music.
Yeah.
But anyway. Yes, dude.
Anyway,
so like look at the old one and then look at the new one. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like play it right now. Look at that.
Wow. The new graphic, it looks great. Also,
Yes.
the old graphics look like they're from the Super Nintendo, not PlayStation 1.
Right. So anyway, so I was playing that, and that was so much fun. But I bought Star Wars Lego on the Switch.
The Skywalker saga?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I didn't open it. I think I'm going to just sell it.
Yeah.
Or give it away.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because if I play Lego, I'm going to play it on my PC or on my Xbox with my kids.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to play it on the Switch at all.
Yeah.
Because
you're going to...
I want it to look as good as it can.
Right.
And I thought I was there and it was like an impulse purchase. So, but the other hard part is like playing Destiny. I've reached out to Bungie so many times. I'm hoping I can get a Bungie dev on the show. I'm really trying because I'm going to ask something. Why the fuck can't you release something that I can give away? Like, you suck for not allowing that. Like, know what Star Wars The Old Republic does awesome? They give you shit that you can give away. Okay. You have armor. I can give it away in game. I can buy a cartel coin pack, which is like silver cake, and give it to somebody. Where in Destiny, you can get silver, but it's account locked. Yeah. You can't give 500 silver away to somebody or 450, whatever.
Yeah.
There's zero in Destiny to give away unless it's an expansion. And most people, unless it's like the first week of the expansion, they've already owned the expansion or they're not playing the game anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I think, like the major giving away for Destiny, there are 3 options. There are silver code giveaways, which I mean, everybody appreciates, but it's still like, there's still like the disconnect. It's not like in game.
You can't. Where can you get a silver code?
I think you can actually. You can't. You can't. Really?
No, you cannot give silver away because if you buy it on Amazon, go to Amazon and type in silver. It asks you for your account name.
Oh, really?
Yes, your Bungie ID. So you cannot give silver away. Trust me, I've tried.
I think you're able to on Destiny 1, maybe, but I guess not Destiny 2. That's crazy.
No. So the only things you can give away for Destiny are merch. Like you can buy a piece of merch and then buy it and ship it out.
Right.
That's it.
Well, emblem codes are ones that tend to do pretty well for giveaways, but that requires you buying something. And because they have a rotating emblem code typically every season from the store. And they sell, I've got one right here. Where is it? I've got a bunch of their collectible pins. Here's one. There's this little tricorn pin that they sell.
Sure.
And, this comes with its own special emblem code. And there's also their seasonal store emblem code that are actually codes you get that aren't directly put onto your account. Some of the charity ones they just add to your account, but so I've got 20 or 25 pins sitting in a bag downstairs because I bought a bunch to get codes because those are giveaways that I can do without actually just buying
right, but it's not
the same.
Easy. Yeah, it's not the same. That's what I love about Star Wars: The Old Republic. The Atrax. But that's the thing is they need to I wish they would do that because for me, I like to thank people. And this is the hard part of what I'm saying is giving away Star Wars Lego Skywalker Saga on my stream playing Destiny. It's not going to get hype because people that play Destiny may not like Star Wars or may not play Star Wars, anything. So they're going to be like, nah, what do I want this stupid fucking Switch game for? Right. We're better off doing a giveaway on the podcast for the Switch game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it makes it hard to do that. But anyway,
totally.
If I forgot anything, I'm sorry, but I can't express how huge of an announcement we have on Saturday night at 9 p.m. Yep. Stream starts at 8:30, but 9 p.m. Eastern, Saturday, May 14th or 15th, whatever the fuck day it is.
Yep.
I'm going to look. 14th. Nick and I, Nick won't be there because he'll be on a date with Slore. But anyway, he'll.
Yep. Actually, I'll be here.
Well, make sure you're in stream. 9 p.m. This is the last 5 minutes. Okay. Anyways, there's a huge announcement we have for everybody. So please make sure you're there or try to be, because there's a huge announcement. It's mega.
It's mega.
It's a mega announcement. So Saturday night, my channel, big announcement for all of eternity.
It's the mostly epic gaming announcement
ever. Anyways, in AIE news, Elder Scrolls Online is another MMO that AIE is a part of.
Yep.
It's based in the Elder Scrolls universe, which is a million times better than Skyrim will ever be.
Oh my God.
Okay. Or Morrowind or any other Elder Scrolls game does not compare to how awesome this MMO Elder Scrolls game is.
All right.
Skyrim is whack. Elder Scrolls Online is amazing. Anyways, their mandatory fun night.
I see you forgot to take your crazy pills today.
I did take my crazy pills.
Oh yeah, you took the crazy pills instead of the anti-crazy pills.
Yes, it's because I got to see you. I haven't seen you for fucking 2 weeks. Anyways, we're like in a marriage. A podcast marriage. But anyways, Friday night is their mandatory fun night where the fun is mandatory.
But attendance is not.
It starts at 9 p.m. Eastern. Join Dan Kinney and the crew as they do some dungeons, some of the new content that comes out. Whatever they decide to do, they want you to come. And that's Friday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern.
And if all of this sounds fun to you, go to aie-guild.org, jump in the Discord, the link for which is in the top right-hand corner of the website, and ask for a guild invite, whether or not you play Star Wars: The Old Republic, or Elder Scrolls Online, or Guild Wars 2, or World of Warcraft, or Pokemon, or Destiny 2, or Call of Duty, or that's all I can think of right now. Any game, if you play it, so do we, and we would love to have you.
Before we take a break, can I just tell you about one more? I had the crazy plane guy next to me.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right. So there's 5 of us on the plane, right? So Carrie, Ryan, and her mom all sat together.
Okay.
I got to sit with Julia. She wanted to sit with me. She had the window. I was in the middle seat. So I sit down. This dude shows up, and you ever see like the janitor that has like 1,000 keys on like a
carabiner?
No, like the clip for mountain climbing.
A carabiner.
You know what I'm, oh yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know that's what it's called.
Yes.
I just called it a clip, right? He's got like 10,000 keys, okay?
By the way, so do you. So you have a ball of keys.
Dude, it's my shop. But no, fuck off.
Where are your keys?
Right here.
Hold on.
Oh, that's a lot of keys.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's a lot of keys.
All right, so I have my truck. All of this is my shop.
Which is 8 keys for the listeners, by the way.
Yeah, my shop is fucking 8 keys.
Okay.
And these are the 3 houses that I need keys to. One is grandma's old key that I'll never get rid of.
Okay,
and
fine.
Okay, so there's some extra ones.
There's literally 15 keys on that key ring. There's 8 for the shop. If you just listed 4 for houses, that's 12 right there. Then you've got a car key. That's 13. And I think there's 2 other miscellaneous somewhere probably.
That's a lot of keys.
Okay, there's 15 fucking keys. Fuck off, both of you, okay?
So you met your doppelganger in terms of your
Okay,
key
so
ring.
if I have a lot of keys, he's got like 70 keys, okay?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Like this dude had so many keys. This guy had giant combat boots with his cargo pants tucked in, like, and he was wearing like, it was like a black polo, but t-shirt polo. I don't know what it said. So the guy sits next to me and I'm like, oh, great. Here we go. So I'm getting Julia set. We're just chilling. Her and I are falling asleep.
Yeah.
I see him pull out a switch. And I was like, all right, the guy's gaming. We're good. This will be okay. Julia and I pass out. I wake up.
Oh, God.
He goes, did you have a nice nap?
Oh, dude.
And I was
so
like,
weird.
oh, come on. I was like, yeah, it was great. He's like, well, the flight attendant came by and asked if you wanted some Cheez-Its, but I told him I didn't know. Do you play Pokemon? And I was like, I played Sword and Shield. And then the guy
you were also playing a game on your iPad, right?
Right. So thank God I already started it because like I was like slowly getting more into that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
like,
out of this conversation.
Right. So then the guy proceeds to start talking about all of his alpha Pokemon. He's like, dude, this game is amazing. I've got 19 alpha Pokemon with another set of like 50 from the old games. And now if you catch a Pokemon and you have the alpha version, the new one becomes an alpha. And he's going on, and like I was like generally interested in the beginning.
Yeah.
But the conversation was going on like 10 minutes. And thank God Julia like heard the ESP and she's like, Daddy, I need you. I'm like, turned and was like, then I was into Julia and like,
Yeah.
I didn't really turn back, but
Right.
I was like, bro, it's enough.
Yeah.
Like, oh, and he's like, oh, you ever play this? I was like, yeah, it's a lot like Breath of the Wild. But in Breath of the Wild, you can't catch Pokemon. And I was just like, yeah, awesome.
True.
I mean, the
Yeah.
guy was nice. It was way better than getting somebody that is like,
Harassing the flight attendants.
no,
Yeah.
I would say probably like the 180 for me that would make me awkward is if I got that super jacked fit CrossFit guy that is like eating the powder from the protein shake, just eating it out of the jar with a scooper and he's screaming CrossFit as we're sitting in the thing and his adrenaline's going, you know what I mean?
Why would anybody be doing that?
Because that's what the CrossFit people do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was just thinking of like the complete 180 of the person that was sitting next to me.
Okay.
And that would be that guy.
Yeah.
Anyways, Nick, I know you got to pee.
I do. So we'll be right back.
Jeez, Nick, hurry up. We're trying to finish this podcast.
And we're back. So today we're asking all of the hard questions. It's all cake all the time. After listening to us blabber and yell about all our weeks in Disneyland and all the crazy things, we finally get into
Disney World.
Disney World.
There's
Sorry.
a difference.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, you went to Florida with the Gators instead of California.
Dude,
in the
is it
desert.
wrong that I want to see a fucking gator in real life? Like everywhere I went there was water. I was like, please show me a gator. Please show me a gator.
Well, no, they shot them all. Didn't you see swamp people?
Dude, there's so many gators that like they can't shoot them all.
I know, I'm just kidding.
But anyway,
But
I
anyways,
really want to see a gator.
it's cake question time, okay?
Cake question? Cakes questions?
Cake's there's a catchy catchphrase in there somewhere.
Oh, all right. Because your name is Cake, I have to ask this to start. What is your favorite kind of cake?
Yep.
All right, if we're gonna go like if we're widening our horizons here, cheesecake is my favorite cake.
Oh,
If we're gonna
excellent
go
Well
answer.
like
done. Well done.
if we're
excellent
gonna-
answer.
if we're gonna go with like traditional flour cake,
Yeah.
Yeah.
red velvet.
Okay. All right. Well, I
I'm
get
not
it.
I'm not a huge like cake person in general though, so I was gonna say cheesecake's the answer, but
Cheesecake's a
No,
fantastic
it's
answer.
a fantastic answer. I haven't eaten cheesecake in a long time. But anyway,
Yeah, me neither.
but I have to ask just because your name is Cake. But anyway,
absolutely.
these, man, everybody take a deep breath because we're about to dive deep
Okay. Ready for the first one?
into
Ready.
the snack cabinet.
So why did you start streaming originally? Or how did that process happen?
Gosh. So man. I grew up obviously I'm much younger. I'm not quite 20 yet. It will be about a month.
Okay.
So I grew up, first console was a Wii. I started really getting into video games peak Minecraft, peak Black Ops 2.
Okay.
So I'm watching
a great time to
like
start.
yeah, I'm watching like Sky Does Minecraft and Yogg's Cast and stuff like that, but I'm watching like the Vanoss crew,
Okay. Yep.
Wildcat, those people. So that was really when I was like, I want to do this because I loved video games as a kid. Of course, I'm 10 at the time.
Yeah.
So I made a an attempt at a YouTube channel in third or fourth grade,
Yep.
recording on my dad's old video camera on a tripod sitting behind it with TV audio coming in.
Yeah.
That was what I started technically. And, because Xbox had an integrated Twitch extension, so you could stream directly from your Xbox. I did that every now and then just to
Right.
my friends list to 0 and 1 viewers. But then Christmas after my senior year, so it's 2019. I was like, you know what? I got a Blue Yeti. I got a webcam. I was like, I'm gonna start streaming. I'm gonna do it because I was like, I wanted to. And then COVID hit a few months after, so then that was when I really started getting more consistent a little bit.
Right. 'Cause you're stuck inside anyway. So
Yeah. And So I started doing that a little bit. Then I left for college. Um, I went to Tennessee, Knoxville for a semester and a half before I left. But I come home for Thanksgiving, Christmas, end of my first semester. And I went from 12 followers to about 45 in like 6 weeks. I was doing
Wow.
great. I was having fun. I had joined a pretty big like clan family Discord for Destiny, and I made a lot of friends in there. And they had a little promo thing whenever you would go live, if you were like an active member of the server. So I got a lot of
like
people
a self promote.
Yeah, it was, except I couldn't self promo, but there was like a bot that would do like an at here whenever the featured members, as they're called, would go live, and I got a lot of traction through that. It was super cool.
I personally, just a sidebar real quick, sorry to cut you off. I personally love the self-promote channel in our Discord because it gives people an opportunity to put their stuff out there. And I know myself, like sometimes I'm like, okay, I don't know who's streaming. And sometimes I'll just look in that list and just pick one of them. And that's who I'm going to watch for a little while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have 10 minutes to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah. So I came home for Thanksgiving, had some really good growth, had a lot of fun. And then I went back to school the next semester, and I was just like, this is not what I want to do. I was there for computer science, which had me in the engineering school at UT, which I don't need to do physics to do coding.
No, you don't.
Did not need it. So I was in a bunch of classes I hated. I was not doing well in school because I was really unmotivated because of COVID. I was basically in prison
online too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was in a dorm online.
Oh God,
I couldn't go eat in the dining hall. I had to go walk up the hill to the dining hall, get it to go, come back to my dorm and eat.
Oh, dude, that's horrible.
It was awful. It was terrible. I mean, it was
and I'm just gonna say the way college is done now is fucking dumb to me. Like, I guess this is old guy talking incoming, right?
Okay,
but what do you need? Like, teach people what they need to know. Right. If you're going to be an engineer of electrical engineer, sure, you might need physics, right?
You need
something like, right. But like, you don't need, like, you shouldn't be giving people classes just to fill their schedule.
Yeah. Like, okay. The argument against that, which I agree with you, by the way, like, is like, oh, we want to produce a well-rounded student. So like, for example, you have to take English classes to make sure you're at like a certain level of English. Like,
but who gives a shit?
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
I agree. I'm like, for me,
I know.
I got. How about this? I had to take 4 semesters of a foreign language of Spanish.
But that's what I'm saying. Why?
Just because they want to make a well-rounded student who has some competency in a second language.
They can charge $55,000 a year to go to a college. I'm not saying that's what your college costs. I'm just saying in general.
Pretty close.
Yeah, but that's it. That's the whole fucking point.
Oh yeah, no. Without aid, college is way, way, way too expensive. Like, cause I'm back now after some time off. I'm back at local community college right now, just doing that.
Fantastic.
Which is I'm just gonna go for associates just to have it as a backup. But like, I'm paying with no aid. It's like $2,000 a semester. With aid, I was at like $12,000 in state at a state school, paying $12,000 a semester.
Yep.
For like 4 classes. That's stupid.
It is stupid.
And that's more of my point, where they should be teaching people the job. So
it's not the shittiest part too is like, even if you get a bachelor's, you still are not really qualified for a job.
Oh yeah,
no, you're not at all.
You can't do anything.
If you want to teach, you're like, okay, you're going in. Let's say you just want to teach high school. You're going in, you're getting your degree, and then you got to get certified. And then, okay, if you want to be a professor, you need to get your doctorate in math and go do like it's like 10 years of school to teach.
Well, there's so up where we live, teaching is actually, there's a lot of changes coming for teachers very soon.
Okay.
At the academic level for the actual teachers, they're actually removing some of the tests that right now you have to pass 4 tests to become a teacher in Massachusetts. They're actually removing 2 of them.
Oh, that's good.
It's coming in the next years, whatever it is. But then they're going to allow, like, there might even be letting go of like the master's program, because the thing is like, you're spending $200,000 on college to become a teacher to make $60,000 a year.
No, usually less than that by a lot.
Right. But what I'm saying is so that bar is changing.
Yeah.
But I believe college is important if you're going to college for a job. You want to become a doctor or a PA or something like
Yeah,
that,
that
or
makes
an
sense.
engineer, a lawyer, something like that. Sure, that's why you go to college. But you're not going to college to become a film major.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea.
Right, but that's what I'm saying, or just a general, what is
Yeah.
the general thing called?
Oh, like a fine arts degree or
Yeah,
something.
fine arts degree. Like you just spent
Oh, yeah.
$200,000 to get a
Or
fine
like,
arts degree.
Yeah, I know
But
what you mean.
the world that we live in now has taught kids that like you get through high school and you go to college. Instead of teaching them like, hey, why don't you go work as a carpenter, or why don't you go work as an electrician and like figure out what you want to do, or go to a trade school, right?
I was
It's
gonna say,
really motivating.
Trade school is like super underappreciated now because you can get like 6-figure jobs going to trade school
Oh, for sure. Especially as a
because
specialist.
they're they're in more demand. There's less people doing it.
Well, right, and you're teaching like, okay, I'll use Nick as an example.
Yeah.
Nick has skills in carpentry because he worked with me for 3 years, summers, and when he
Like on break.
when he took his break through college, he worked for me full time. Like, but he has skills like when it's time to work on his own house someday, like he's going to have knowledge on how to do it. Like I might have to help him,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like he can do some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Like you can't get that in college. And now,
Like baseboard, hardwood flooring, I can do totally solo.
right. And, you know, I'll go back to my brother-in-law. He works for corporate America. He said they're hiring high school kids or kids that have been doing the job for 2 years with no degree over the people with degrees.
Yeah, because they have
Experience. And experience is worth more than a piece of paper.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I'm saying like the whole like college world is changing so fast that I think like when my kids go to school in, I don't know, 12 years, I think college is going to be drastically different than it is today.
I think so too. I hope so.
Anyway, sorry, Cake.
You're all good. That was a fun little tangent.
My question for you is would you say your goal is to have content creation your full-time job?
100%.
Okay.
That kind of actually better answer the why I started streaming. I kind of talked about like the process of me actually starting. I know I didn't really hit the why as much.
Yeah. It was a combo question.
Yeah. So my whole life I've been a singer and actor. Like I started singing. My parents have given me stories of me getting on top of the in front of the fireplace at my grandma's house when I was 4 and singing to her neighbors. They would come over and I would perform for them. And I've been doing theater. I did theater in high school or at school rather, for 13 years, maybe.
Wow.
And my mom was a singer. Her mother went to Juilliard for a couple semesters. I think she ended up changing, but music's in the family. So I really enjoyed entertaining people, and I was good at music. But I didn't want to pursue that as a career. But then I found streaming where it's okay. I love video games. I love entertainment. I can combine the two.
Yeah.
Do what I love and give people something to enjoy while also having a ton of fun. So that's a big reason why I've started kind of trying to evaluate where I want to put my time between streaming and other forms of content. Is I want to find, number one, what's going to reach the widest audience. Number two, what's going to be the best fit for me. And so like, whether that be, the occasional live stream to interact with people and mostly videos or vice versa. I definitely think I want to go with content creation for a career if I can make it happen.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Why did you pick Destiny 2?
Oh boy. It kind of picked me. I can't get rid of it. I can't. I've tried so many times. Nothing gets rid of it. I didn't actually play the D1 beta, but I had a friend that played it and I kind of watched him play it. I was a Christmas noob in year 1 of Destiny 1. Right before House of Wolves came out. I played it. I played House of Wolves, played Taken King launch, took a break for a little bit because that was when it wasn't weird to play video games, like, because I was middle school. So everybody was still like playing COD and like 2K and Madden. So I still had a lot of friends that I went to high school with that played Xbox. So that was, I'm trying to think of I guess that was Black Ops 3, which was a big one.
Mhm.
So that kind of took my attention away for a little bit. Then I came back to Destiny, April update of Taken King, played all of Rise of Iron, played the D2 beta, played D2 launch for like a week. It sucked. I quit. And I didn't touch it for like almost 2 years. And then I came back.
So funny.
And I know it's
like you.
super off and on
me.
because I missed. Because I mean, Curse of Osiris was. Warmind was also not good. Forsaken was really good, but I wasn't there for it because that was peak Fortnite. So that was what was taking up my time then. Back when Fortnite was fun for me. And then I came back for Opulence, for Menagerie and Crown of Sorrow, because then there was the big hype around Shadowkeep, because it was their first expansion without Activision, and then Shadowkeep was just fucking bounties and patrols and no story. So I quit after like a week. And then came back for Rivals, and I've been playing pretty consistently for about the past 2 years. But I mean, there's just no other game like it. No other game has. I always say Destiny has the lowest of lows, but I'll be damned if it does not have the highest of highs. You know, going flawless. You know, doing it like beating a raid the first time, like getting a god roll. Like there's so many awesome parts of the game that I can't get away from it.
I enjoy it. I'm a Star Wars. Well, I'm a SWTOR like player at heart, and Destiny. Like I love first person shooters, and Destiny is the first game that makes me feel like I'm playing an MMO, but as a first person shooter.
Yeah.
You know, you mentioned Fortnite. I'm not into it. Like there's so many games that I'm just not. Even Call of Duty, I think I'm so burnt because the Call of Duty for me was Modern Warfare 2 in the lobbies.
Oh my God.
No muting. Like it was no
Everyone's
holds barred.
screaming.
And like, honestly,
Chaos.
like I miss that. Like people are like, it was so toxic. Like I didn't give a fuck. Like that's what
your
that's
your
what
walls were
makes
thicker, you know?
Yes. Online gaming isn't meant to be pussified, right? Like I believe like if you're in a PvP match, you should be able to talk shit. Like obviously you're not going to be like, I'm not like
There's a line.
There's a line. Thank
There's
you.
a line.
Like you can talk shit, but like you don't have to be a fucking asshole.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like
That's how I am.
there was nothing better than after the match when the other team destroyed your team and they're just talking so much shit. And then you hear somebody, Johnny, I told you to fucking turn off the Xbox, and all of a sudden this guy's gone. And you're like, oh,
yeah.
Mom unplugged the Xbox. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but those were the days, and
Yeah.
like,
That was my first online game was Modern Warfare 2.
yeah, because of us at Christmas.
Yeah.
I think
Marcus-
my first was Modern Warfare 3, I think.
Yeah,
So it was
okay.
not too far after. But yeah, that was the thing with the main reason for Fortnite now, I mean obviously there's the no build thing, but which I still have yet to try. But when it first came out, everyone was playing it. Like, because you know, obviously when you're in high school, you have the people that grow out of games, right?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like they play COD when you're growing up, and then like middle school. Then as high school starts, their interest shift, so they don't really play anything. But I mean, everybody was getting back on to play Fortnite, and you know, I'm someone that's been playing video games the whole time. I was fucking good at it before
Right.
building turned into something crazy. Like I was
Right.
fucking good, so I loved playing with people I went to high school with because I was like, yeah, this is my shit. You get to have, because I played football up until freshman year, and then I ended up stopping because I wanted to do theater more.
Yeah.
But I was like, you've got football, you've got sports. I'm fat, but this is my shit.
Yeah.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
Um,
I totally
but
get it.
like I think the Fortnite craze came because they figured something out that no other game was doing at the time.
Right.
They were giving you a game that was essentially free, but the matches were max of 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like the matches never lasted long as that. You died and you could recycle in. But the magic of Fortnite was all of the skins and the guns you could buy. So it was a free to play game, but you want this sweet M4, it's $5.
Right.
And kids were like addicted to it because they were constantly releasing guns and skins and all this stuff.
Mhm.
And eventually after they make all these billions, like obviously it's going to wear out, and the next thing is going to be. I've been watching a streamer play the no build, and they actually made a couple or a map for the no build. It's actually pretty good, but I'm not going to play it because I think Fortnite's dumb.
Fair enough.
You know, I'm not like, again, I talked about it earlier. Like, there's always a mechanic of a game that I don't like.
Yeah.
Always. And Fortnite was like, what do I want to build? Like, I watch some of these streamers play it, and they're building and shooting as they're building, and I'm like, I can't fucking do this.
Oh,
like,
no. I mean, I don't want to sit there and my biggest thing is I love when PvP games, have a high skill ceiling.
Yeah.
Like Apex, you could sit there and you can master recoil control and then like tap strafing and all the other fancy movement shit on Apex. And then Destiny, movement has such a high skill ceiling in PvP. Learning ins and outs of jumps and learning how to time it and, you know, how to time your jump, like shoot while you're jumping, stuff like that. But then, but you could still enjoy it without like practicing. For Fortnite, even casual matches, like me and my buddies, always my old roommate, always like, why don't we play Fortnite? We haven't played it in a while. It's like, sounds fun. We get on, and then there's Timmy, who's 14, hasn't left his room in 6 days, and has been practicing Fortnite and practicing building and playing casual. And it's like, I can't have fun when I can't compete because the skill ceiling is super high, sure, but the floor is too low. That's the biggest problem with it.
Right. You ever play Rust? Because I think Rust is really high skill.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've never played it.
I haven't either. But a couple of my paintball teammates play it a lot, and one of my teammates, shout out to Zen, is the Timmy that doesn't leave his room for 4 days. So like, there's recoil control. There's a lot of recoil in that game. And you can control it.
That's
with the mouse.
survival MMO.
Yeah, but he
has a server.
Yeah, but he will post videos of him shooting, and it looks like he has zero recoil because he's moving the mouse to like counter it. You memorize the patterns and everything. It's crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. Any game you invest time in, you're going to naturally get better at it.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, so what is your favorite game of all time?
All time.
Yep. Choose wisely.
I mean, shit, Destiny's close. I don't think Destiny's my favorite, but it's close.
Yeah.
And if we're going across the board, I think I'm past the 5,000 hour mark on Destiny across the board, all platforms. Wow. I've put a lot of time into it. The favorite game, God, that's hard.
It is hard. Marcus, what's your favorite?
Mass Effect 2.
Yep.
You're quick on the draw with that one.
Oh, well,
we've answered this every week.
Well, no,
okay, yeah, sure.
But like, I have two. Like, the first game that always comes, like, I'll tell everybody my favorite game of all time is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. But every time I think of my favorite game and what game I absolutely positively loved, it was Mass Effect 2. Like, that game, I don't know what it did. That game, I was sad when that game was over. And I can't think of another game that I played that I was sad when the game finished. Like, I beat Grand Theft Autos, all those games. Like, nothing hurt as much as when I finished playing Mass Effect 2.
Yep. Yeah, that was a great game.
What about you, Nick?
You go ahead.
Oh, my game that I think of when I think about that is Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, same deal.
I've never played any Fallout. I've never finished any Fallout.
You don't.
My god,
worst game ever.
So I mean, okay, if you get past the graphics, Fallout New Vegas is the best gameplay wise, I think. And then, I think it's the best well-rounded. It's the best RPG of like between Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4. Fallout 4's graphics are better and the shooting mechanics are better, but there's way less RPG elements to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
it does.
So that's what I like. Like, the dialogue options in New Vegas and in 3 too are like way better, but that's just me. But Fallout that or Skyrim, but
yeah, I was gonna say if I had to pick, like, I can never pick one because I'd give you a different answer a different day.
Well, how about a Mount Rushmore?
Okay, I can give you a Mount Rushmore. I can give Mount Rushmore. I can give you Force Unleashed. And you guys are Star Wars guys, and I like that.
That's a good game.
That's a great call.
I think about that game because I played that game on the Wii.
Wow.
And then played it on 360. And I've played it again since. It is such a fun game.
I have actually never played Force Unleashed, and I really need to.
I don't know if I've ever finished 2, but I've played 1 several times. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I had one and I lost it. Shoot.
Was it Skyrim?
Skyrim would probably be on there. Skyrim's fun.
This is the dumbest game ever.
Yeah, but it was fantastic. It was from 2011.
I heard you slander it. Okay, my biggest gripe with it is that they keep bringing it back for new consoles and they haven't even updated the graphics for it. I mean, I know you can mod it.
They don't need to.
Yeah.
Dude, that is one of the most re-released games ever.
Yeah.
And they keep selling. You know how much that game is for the Switch? It's $60 fucking.
Oh, it's $60 on everything still.
But that's what I'm saying. Well, I can understand on the PC because the mod community, like there's a mod right now where it looks like it was released in 2022.
I almost want to go back and play it now.
Only if you could do the mods.
You can mod it on console.
Right. Like
I mean,
Battlefront, Battlefront 2, the mods are amazing. Like the modding community has saved that game, and it's sad that there's no more. Just like, why not just update Skyrim? Like Bethesda, wake up. You know what I mean? Oh, sidebar. Did you hear about ZeniMax?
No.
Okay, so everybody put on your tinfoil hats.
So ZeniMax Software is the producers for Bethesda.
Correct.
Yeah.
There's a leak and a rumor that they are making a Mandalorian MMO right now.
Oh my God.
That'd be
like
cool.
Star Wars real MMO Mandalorian Wars.
That would be super cool.
No Jedi, just Mandos everywhere.
That'd be great.
I think there needs to be Jedis. But that's just me. But anyways, moving on.
Well, yeah, there could be. That'd be the enemies.
Okay.
They go fight in the Mandalorian Wars.
Yeah.
I'm trying to scroll through my games that I own on 360 to see if I can remember the game that I had in mind. Because it was it was a juicer. I'm honest, I feel like I know that I'm probably gonna get slapped for this by someone somewhere.
Nope.
But I love Destiny. I don't know if it's
that.
Yeah, but
everybody's like, "Oh, the game sucks." Bungie doesn't. It's like I've put so much damn time into Destiny. That's just
the
like
game doesn't suck.
Well, the game doesn't suck. A.
No.
Okay.
True. 100%. I agree.
B. I have never in my life ever seen a community of gamers that play Destiny, play it for a week, beat the content, and not play it again until the next piece of content. Like, I come from an MMO, like Star Wars: The Old Republic MMO. Like, we played the same content over and over and over and over again because we love the game. When you watch, like, talk to Destiny, like, it's so crazy. Like, everybody's playing it, and then 2 weeks after an expansion, like, there's a huge, like, if you watch how many on Steam, like the peak viewers.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, boom! It's at the ground, and then you have your core Destiny players. The drop off of Destiny players is crazy.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, I remember what the game was. So if I give you Mount Rushmore,
okay,
I'll give you probably Force Unleashed,
okay,
Skyrim, Destiny, and Hellblade. I don't know if you've played Hellblade.
I know what it is.
Heard of it. I forgot what it is though.
I had never heard of it. I saw it on Game Pass. It is top 5 games, not just like my favorite. It is top 5 games I have ever played.
Yeah, the game is unbelievable.
It is visually stunning, and the sound. So it's Norse themed, and you play the protagonist is suffering from psychosis, and
I've heard about this.
Auditory hallucinations. It's like spatial surround sound in your headphones with like voices whispering hints at you every now and then. And it has almost like a Dark Souls-esque combat, but there's no HUD. It's very fluid. It flows from gameplay to cutscene to gameplay super smooth. I mean, there's puzzles involved. It is such a good game. That is one of the few games I've ever like 100%ed and been like, I still want to play this game again.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the game was beautiful.
It's beautiful. I highly recommend checking it out.
This gives me vibes of like Horizon Zero Dawn a little bit, but like if Aloy had psychosis and it was Norse instead of like the future.
Yeah, it's like it's Dark Souls and like
Interesting.
almost horror-esque, but it's not like jump scare horror.
Huh.
It's like it's psychological horror. It is crazy, and they've been on the works for. It's a super small dev team too, but they've been on the works for Hellblade 2 for years, and they're like, yeah, no, we're going to Iceland to study the culture of the people we're about to make a game about, and we've been doing it for like 2 years now.
Wow.
And it's like, okay,
That's
all right.
really cool.
Yeah. Oh, it's Ninja Theory of the
Yeah.
devs. So Devil May Cry series. Have you ever played that?
Yes.
Devil May Cry was amazing. Tell us about the Gym Till partner.
Damn it.
Ha!
So really unfortunately, I hit a wall a little bit less than 2 weeks in. I dropped a plate on my toe, a 45-pound plate on my big toe.
Well, that is prohibitive.
Yeah. So
being mobile.
my toenail is still purple. It's getting better, but I mean, for a couple of days I couldn't really walk on it. And you know, the mental block when you get hurt is awful.
Yeah.
Because it's just like every day. It's just like I'll get started. I was like, no, I'm tired. It's just I just don't, because that was the big thing for me was I just had that one day. I was like, God damn it, I'm gonna go to the fucking gym and I'm gonna start working out again.
Yeah.
Because I've been overweight my whole life. But then the summer after my junior year of high school, I started getting really into it. I lost like 35 pounds over the summer, and I was still working out because they had a strength and conditioning class at my high school. So 5 days a week, 30 minutes, I'm getting a workout, which even though it's not much, it's enough to keep me active and keep me wanting to do it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I'm still doing it, going through all of senior year. COVID hits. I'm still pretty motivated. And I've got a couple of the friends that are going to the gym and like doing home workouts. At home workouts. I don't know why I emphasize that so weird. So I was still doing that pretty well. I get to college, it's still going well. But then they close the gym for 3 weeks and my classes are online and I can't go anywhere and I have nothing to do. So from that point, the motivation just nosedives.
Yep. Yeah.
And then, you know, obviously now it's a full year later and I'm starting to get back into it. But then after a year of not doing it, 7 days of doing it, I'm already having to stop again. It's been hard to get back on track, but I do want to get back to that very soon. And now that my toe is starting to feel better, I think I should be able to start hopefully next week. But
we're rooting for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I don't know how there's more time in the day for me to be able to do it.
Right.
Like I ride my Peloton 3 days a week just to do it because I have to, but it's like a 20-minute ride.
Yeah.
But I don't have any other extra time to do it.
Right. Yeah.
And honestly, my fucking problem is I don't know about you guys. There is nothing better than eating a fucking snack at like 11 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm going to go eat the chicken that's in a crock pot.
That's what I'm saying.
And make
Like
some
it's
rice
delicious and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, you're it's like 1 a.m. You just got finished gaming or like doing whatever. It's just like, damn it, I want a sandwich. I'm going to make a sandwich.
Yeah.
It's just like food tastes better the later it gets at night.
Yes.
Yeah. Like the simplest thing. Like the other night, I just made like a PB&J and put like a ridiculous amount of peanut butter and jelly. It was fantastic.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, and you know what? I'm fat. I don't care. Like,
Right.
It sucks, sure, but whatever. Anyways, moving on.
Paintball's my motivation because then I'm literally a smaller target.
Yes.
That could be faster and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
true.
But so are you a PC or a console gamer at heart? What would you say?
Oh, at heart, probably a
Yes.
console gamer, but I do love both.
Okay.
And I kind of I can't. That's a hard question because a lot of games that I play are like I play a lot of sports games growing up, and I still kind of play them every now and then.
Yeah.
When they aren't money hungry as shit and miserable to play.
Mhm.
But like I've always been a big console guy, but then since I've started playing on PC, and it's just like, oh my god, my frame rate is 3 times as high, and everything
Yeah.
looks better. Like,
It's
oh,
hard
this is
to argue.
fun. Just mouse and keyboard for me has just never felt as comfortable as controller. Thankfully,
Well-
a game like Destiny, I'm still able to compete pretty well PvP wise, and it's still really easy. But like, obviously, I can't play Valorant on controller. I can't play And then obviously there's games like Apex where mouse and keyboard is super, super fun.
Yeah.
And like Call of Duty can be that way as well. But it's like, I think if I had to pick, like at heart, it'd be console.
Right.
Okay. I made the switch. I'm full PC guy now. I mean, like, there's sometimes where I wish I could just sit down on the like an RPG on the couch, like a Skyrim Fallout, like would be cool.
You know what you think like it would be, but you know what's going to drive you crazy? Sitting on the couch is that you're that far away from the screen.
Yeah, but
you're going to feel like
in there though.
Yeah, but trust me when I tell you, like, if you try to play a whole game out there, it like no matter how big your TV is, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's just it's for me, it's like a mental thing. Like I'm so used to being on top of it. I find myself, I have a 65-inch TV and I'm like squinting at it to see the screen.
Yes. 1,000 times. Yes. Yeah. I cannot stand playing far from my TV. If I'm a console guy, but I play on a monitor. Okay. I play at my desk.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Like,
like if I have friends over and we're like, hey, let's play 2K in my bedroom on my TV. I'm like, sure, but we're both sitting super close to it because we both play like PC games and stuff. So it's like, naturally, I'm pretty close to it. I hate playing far away from it. It's awful.
Right.
But I think
I'm with you.
One of these days, I think my next upgrade for my setup, I know is going to be, I'm getting the stand and sit kit for my desk.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that. But then after that, I think I'm gonna try and do a dual PC so I can actually like really make the switch. Because for me, streaming with like a cam link and having a game open is like it's super intensive, and my game stutters a lot, which is really frustrating. Yeah. But if I can find a way to, well, obviously dual PC will fix that problem. Like that's kind of what the plan.
Wait, do you stream on a console?
I do most of the time.
Oh,
yeah. I play PC Destiny every now and then off stream, but you can use
a controller.
Oh, I do
on the PC.
Oh, I do, but like I said, like my performance, like visually, and like my stream performance is hindered when I'm doing everything at once because I don't know if I have.
What kind of video card do you have?
I have a 2080 Ti, but the main issue is Destiny has a memory leak right now, and I'm running a cam link, and so cam link takes a lot of memory.
What's a cam link?
Elgato, because I use a Sony Alpha A6000. I have a DSLR camera.
Okay. Yeah,
and I had to use
a cam link. Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I'd use a cam link to get my camera software.
I have one, but I don't use it.
You have a DSLR camera?
No, I have a cam link.
Yeah, but you don't have a. Why would you need a cam link if you don't have a nice camera?
It sounds like something I would do. I respect it.
Anyways, so our next question is also very, very important.
This is so important.
It says a lot about you. And it is, what is your favorite ice cream flavor? There's only one wrong answer and a lot of right answers.
And only 2 people have gotten the answer wrong.
I'm curious to see what the wrong answer is.
Oh, we'll tell you after.
Yeah. Okay. I've got 2. If I had to pick one, it would be mint chocolate chip.
Okay. Fast.
You want to know what the worst flavor is in the wrong answer?
Let's hear it.
Pistachio ice cream.
Good thing I'm allergic. Can't eat pistachios.
Okay. All tree nuts or just pistachios?
Just pistachios. It's the
okay.
It was the weirdest. I'm allergic to like everything in the outside. I'm allergic to like grass, pollen. Like I had to do allergy shots to try and make them better for a while. I went to the allergy clinic. They tested me with 30 little pinpricks on my back. 29 of the 30 spots had a reaction because like one type of mold, like dog hair, cat hair, lint, or like dust, pollen. I'm allergic to. But no foods. Then I tried pistachios. They tasted great. Then all of a sudden my throat started swelling up, and I was like, "This is not supposed to happen."
Yep, that'll do it.
It's the only food I've ever been allergic to. But no, mint chocolate, 100%. Sometimes I like cookie dough.
Okay, cookie dough solid too.
Yeah, those are. If I had to pick, those would be the top 2, and I think if I had to pick one, it'd be mint chocolate.
What's mine? Oh, salted caramel core from Ben and Jerry's with the blondies in it. That's wicked good. Looks like I'm allergic to chocolate, so I can't eat chocolate flavored things. Anyways,
allergic to chocolate. That
he's not really. It's just a fucking sham.
Oh my god!
Fucking listen to him.
This is Marcus's shtick. He always tries to give. He's like, "Here, want a cookie?" It's oatmeal raisin. It's chocolate, extra chocolate chip. it's like the brown cookie. It's like the chocolate base, and then it's got chocolate chips.
Can I
in it.
ask
yeah.
a favor?
Okay.
If
Okay.
we make 200 episodes, will you eat a Reese's peanut butter cup on stream, and we'll do it live?
It depends on what I have going on the next day.
It could be a white chocolate.
No, white chocolate's disgusting. First of all, and
Wrong.
also still
Wrong.
What about dark chocolate?
Time out, we'll revisit this. White chocolate still is made with cocoa butter, so I'd still be fucked. Also, and dark chocolate would be extra shitty. It's cocoa. That fucks with me. So for reference, my reaction is I go first. It starts with my vision. I get the aura like for a migraine, and it gets bigger and bigger until it's all white and I can't see for a little bit. Then that starts to fade away, and then the head pain starts. It feels like somebody put a bunch of thumbtacks in my head and shook my skull really hard. And then if I ate like real chocolate, I'll throw up a lot.
It's false. He's looking for pity.
Okay. You brought it up, not me.
I know. All right. Mega important.
Okay.
This one is my important question. Oh, just for the record, my favorite ice cream is vanilla.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Boring.
That's fair. Boring, but fair.
I do like vanilla though. I can't hate on you too much.
Dude, it's my favorite.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
it goes with
hey,
everything too.
Yeah, so like I want to know what my power move is now. So when I go get ice cream with the kids, they always get a kid size, but they never eat it all.
Okay.
So I always get to eat their ice cream.
Yeah.
Except Julia's on this fucking kick of cotton candy.
Ugh.
Like I feel like I'm eating sugar.
You are.
Yeah, exactly. It's
You
fucking
are,
gross.
and it's fucking awesome.
No, I'm not. No,
I'm not a cotton
No.
candy guy.
I have a. Sorry, you finish first. I'll go.
no.
after.
So then I just get a vanilla milkshake, and it's fantastic.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
I like
That's definitely the best
too.
milkshake flavors. Vanilla, 100%.
Chocolate's. Sorry, not chocolate. Coffee's pretty good ice cream too.
So
milkshake.
where my shop is, there's a farm there, and they do a nitro cold brew coffee milkshake.
Wow,
Dude,
that sounds great.
Dude, listen, I
In
did
the
one.
summer?
I did one at like 8:00 at night. Dude, I was zooted.
Of course.
Like I didn't think so. He's like, dude, we just got this nitro cold brew coffee milkshake. I was like, is it really gonna give me caffeine? He's like, just wait. And he's like, I did it, and I was up until 4 a.m. I was like, yeah, but coffee doesn't really affect me like that, motherfucker. That thing engage. I worked until like 1 a.m. and didn't yawn. Like I was fucking.
Oh
going.
yeah.
I came home and I still couldn't sleep. It was like I did some cocaine and my jaw was going 1,000,000 miles an hour or something. You know what I mean?
Or ecstasy
It was-
or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was. I don't fucking know. But
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
yeah, nitro cold brew coffee milkshake. But anyways, what were you saying?
I was gonna say cotton candy ice cream is not an everyday thing. Not an every time you get ice cream thing.
No.
But
Gross.
there's an ice cream shop a few minutes from my house that I used to go to like with my dad when I was younger, and they had a cotton candy flavor. I mean, it turns your whole mouth blue, but it's just like it doesn't taste like cotton candy. It just tastes really sweet, and it's just when you want something sweet, it works.
No, I can't do it. I just can't. So anyway, back to my question. Who is your favorite Star Wars character?
Huh. Probably Ahsoka Tano.
Okay.
I pretty much started my Star Wars kick with Clone Wars.
Okay.
Because I was younger, and that was like what was popular at the time, and that was coming out while I was growing up. So
Right.
I really started getting into Star Wars with Clone Wars. And Ahsoka Tano is fucking badass.
Yes.
That show is awesome. So
It
if I had
is
to pick
very
one,
awesome.
probably Ahsoka Tano. If not, like probably Obi-Wan.
Okay. I don't know what you just clicked. There you go. Marcus clicked something in Chrome, and it was all like code.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But I think, see, it's interesting. I know a couple people that are. You said you're 20, right?
Yeah, about to be 20, yeah.
In your age bracket, and a lot of them say Clone Wars characters that is like their big Star Wars influence. See, I'm 27 for reference, and like that, I was just a little too old to like grow up with Clone Wars. So I actually went back and rewatched it. But so my favorite characters are actually from Legends, but my like Star Wars was like the prequels was the new stuff, and the original trilogy. I watched the original trilogy on VHS like 37,000 times and just wore it out when I was younger. So that was my Star Wars that I saw when I was little. Then as I got older, I watched the prequels, and then as I got older, I started, branching out. But
older.
So what are your? We touched on it briefly earlier, but what are your goals for stream
or content
creation? I guess I should say, yeah.
Huh. It's funny. I guess really. We can go with more concrete stuff of like, obviously Twitch partner, YouTube partner would be awesome things, but I mean that's just a badge at the end of the day.
Yeah.
For more of like an abstract perspective, I would just say like finding my niche and finding the avenue of content that I really, really, really enjoy, and then really finding my place with that, and then really starting to hit that home, and then just like because right now I love streaming and I love doing what I've been doing, but I would just really love to find that niche for me, and then growing with that. And then obviously like, Twitch partner, YouTube partner, like I said, and then, hitting the major milestones is always cool. 1,000, 5,000, whatever. I would love one of these days to be a Bungie bounty in Destiny. And like having cool. that'd be a really cool experience.
What's that?
I think. So
what is a Bungie bounty?
So they didn't do it for a long time. They brought it back this year, or I guess last year rather, in November, I think. Basically they just kind of select streamers from the community, and so one example I can think of is what is her name? Miss Kenner. I believe she was a bunch of better this time. I know Nuve was as well as the one that comes.
Are they partnered?
Nuve is partnered. I think they had one that was not partnered, but it was just like pretty well known. More Console, if you remember from Destiny 1, I don't know if you're around then, he was one of them. Basically, like most of them were Crucible. They had a couple in Gambit. For 2 hours, I think. The streamer would go into the playlist. Some of them went by themselves in a freelance. A couple of them went with 2 teammates. And basically, matchmaking was if you matched them and you were on their team and you won, you got an emblem. If you were on the other team and you beat them, you got an emblem. At the end of their Bungie bounty, they would go back in obviously their logs of matches, and they would see if you played the streamer, you won, here's your emblem.
Wow.
There's some really cool. Yeah, there's some really cool emblems from it. And they did it a bunch in Forsaken, if I remember correctly, and they stopped until this past year. I'd be super cool to like have the audience reach to know that I was well known enough to be a Bungie bounty and have that experience be really cool. But yeah, basically stream sniping simulator for about 2 hours.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's all people.
Yeah, but they have like East Coast, West Coast, Central, all listed. Like they had a bunch in EU, they had a couple in Asia, Australia. They had like a few from all around the world. But then obviously a very large amount in North America. But yeah, it's super cool, and I'd love to be able to do that one day.
Hell yeah!
What is your favorite stream moment?
Ooh, that's a good question. Man, that's a hard one too. My birthday last year was super awesome. I don't know if it'd be my favorite, but I did like a 12-hour stream for my birthday last year.
Very nice.
Just did a bunch of Destiny shit, did all the raids that were in the game at the time. All back to back. That was a lot of fun. That was a really cool stream. I think Witch Queen launch day was super cool. Had a bunch of really cool people popping in and out, saying hello, like vibing along with the experience with me. I think I had one night where this was early in stream. This is pretty much like right after I had affiliate. This was like March or April of last year. I think it's my most viewed Twitch clip. I was playing competitive on Destiny with a couple buddies, and it was just one of those days where I was just screaming. I mean, obviously dialing it up to make them laugh, But
Yeah.
I've got one buddy wheezing in my ear the whole time, just cackling, and I'm picked up a rocket and I shot it. And I screamed, "Buenos nachos quesadilla!" Shot the rocket and I missed, and then died. And then he's just cackling on the ground, just dying of laughter. That was one of the funniest. Because then it happened again the next game where I got shot in between both my teammates. They're both in front of me. I get killed behind all of them, and I scream. He starts laughing. It was so fun.
That's the best.
Those are the best.
Those nights where you just don't stop laughing are so awesome.
Oh yeah. Those are definitely the best.
Oh yeah.
I've had everybody can relate to that. You know what I mean? That's like why you
yeah.
play video games with your friends, is for moments like that. But
The only problem is when you're trying to win,
right,
and you can't stop laughing.
yeah, that is
That gets a
most
little bit
definitely
problematic, but
Well, that's why, like, with Destiny for me right now is like I'm enjoying the game. I don't care about the content that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like in Star Wars: The Old Republic, I was a Nightmare Raider. I was raiding, doing harder and harder content all the time. And it got to a point where it just became too serious. And with Destiny, I'm finding that I'm just like enjoying dying.
Yeah.
And like making a mockery of it. And honestly, some of the best times I've had on stream are doing legendary lost sectors all by myself because I'm a terrible gamer and I can't beat these fucking things. And it's so funny because like in half of them I'm new, like half of them I haven't even been into.
right.
So like I don't know where the fucking enemies are, and all of a sudden I'll start screaming like I'm hitting puberty, like Hayden Christensen in Attack of the Clones. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And yeah, exactly.
I can't do a voice crack.
Yeah, that Destiny's one of those games too, because I have moments like that too, where I'll just be. Cause it's really really awesome because you can enjoy it at every level of intensity. Like I can have just as much fun going into just a regular control match with a random loadout with a bunch of my buddies and goofing off. I can have as much fun with that as I can grinding for max rank and competitive. I can have as much fun going into a raid and pushing my teammates off the map as I can beating the new raid with a 3-man fire team. Like I can have as much fun on both levels, which is so I feel like that's pretty unique to Destiny too. Like it's not obviously you'll end up having people that are going to pursue the more high end content stuff, but it's like you can have fun at any level in Destiny and it's super, super awesome.
Yeah.
It's great. So where can people find you?
You could find me on Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, all with the name CakeTheSnack. No spaces. I think that's pretty much all the main platforms, right? I don't know anywhere else.
Yeah.
I'm not Facebook. I'm not on. I'm obviously not on Mixer.
What is your stream schedule?
Right now, somewhat sporadic, but typically Wednesday nights I'll be live. If it's a trials weekend, I'll do a couple Fridays, Saturdays of trials carries.
Very nice.
Weekly reset on Tuesdays. I'll typically do something as well.
Great. Marcus,
But I'll always update people on Discord and Twitter whenever I'm got good plans.
Awesome. Well, hey, thanks for coming on the show, man. This has been
much
great.
for having me. It was awesome.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of Working Class Nerds.